Hello, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a result of the last video I did, which was palette knife painting, and I used a paint thickener, a modeling clay, and of course I have a tub of it left over now, and I thought, well, I really like the thickness of the paint. I'm going to try it with brushes, and this painting is a result of that idea. I will say that this painting has its own charm. I really like the thickness of the paint, but I think it makes the petals look rather leathery, and I don't care for that. But the flowers, it's rather nice little bouquet. I wasn't able to manage the delicacy of the petals that I usually achieve, and with the clay being white, I wasn't able to get the depth of color that I like to see in my roses. And so it was a failure from that point of view. I used 2 palettes for my acrylic paint, and here's the list of the paints that I used: titanium white, primary yellow, raw sienna, raw amber, French ultramarine blue, sap green, and alizarin crimson. And I used a separate palette for the paste. White mixed with the paste. It was mostly the white paste, just a little titanium and water. And I'm using alizarin crimson, neat with nothing in it, and I'm going to place that where my roses will be and the buds. I used a rigger or liner brush to put in the stems using alizarin crimson. I usually get quite a few colours on my stems, so alizarin is just one of a number. As you can see, the white paste has lightened the alizarin crimson to a pink. And I haven't added anything else. I haven't added any titanium white to that at all. I will go lighter on my petals, but I just wanted the thickness of the paint. I really enjoy working with this thick paint, and I think I might continue to do that. I'll perhaps get better at it as I go along. You always need a bit of practice, don't you? I added some French ultramarine blue to the mix to give me a sort of shadowy pink for the rose that is underneath and on the left. I had a lot of trouble with this white paste getting my colours right. It was just different to what I usually do, and so I had more difficulty with it. And it's something I'll have to practice. Everything I do is an experiment, you know. I like to think I paint for beginners. I've had a lot of years of experience, but I still feel that I have a lot to learn. But I have a lot of tips that I can pass on to people and show you what I have learned over the years. And so I hope you do find it helpful. But as you can see, I have my difficulties with something new. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I always pull my petals in from the outer edge in toward the center of the flower, and my leaves in toward the center vein. Start from the outside edge, work my way inwards. I always do leaves of roses in groups of 3. That's how I have seen them growing. I don't know if there's any variation to that. I just do what I've seen, and there might be other varieties of roses that have more leaves in larger groups. What do I know? I should say that for the petals you only see the tops of, I do a sideways swipe, and that's good enough. It just lets you see the top of that petal. And I think I added the paste to this mix, and it's kind of on the gluey side. It's actually kind of like softened butter is the best way of describing it. I think here I added titanium white without the paste in it. I think that may be a way of doing this, sort of modeling the flower with the paste and then going in afterwards and sort of glazing over that shape. It's an experiment. I'll have to try that sometime and see how that works out. It might work out better. It was only after I finished the painting, I was sitting looking at it and realised I'd missed out the thorns. And I did go back in and put the thorns in, but I did not turn the camera on for that, so that won't be shown. I used raw sienna for the stamens, and I just dotted that in with the liner brush and then dotted a little primary yellow on top to give it a highlight. Here I decided I didn't care for the background and I wanted to do something to give it a little depth. I'm not sure I was entirely successful with this project, but I usually get a better background before I start, and I think that is the best way to do it, to do your background and make sure you're satisfied with it before you do your painting. Doing it this way round only ends up with something that looks a little awkward, and so don't pay any attention to the background. Forget I did that. Take your mind off it. Have a cup of tea. Just look at the roses, which I kind of like. I think it's quite a charming painting. The rose leaves look a little leathery. Maybe they're camellias or something. I don't know. Although I did put thorns on them, so I think that establishes they're roses. And anyway, so I like to show you my difficult paintings as well as the ones I'm happy with. That way, maybe it encourages you to carry on if you can see somebody else having a struggle too. Okay, so that's about it really. I hope you enjoyed the painting anyway, and leave any comments you want to. If you've got any tips on painting with paste, please leave a comment. And please like, share and subscribe, because that helps my channel grow. And I'll see you next time.